Hi, my name is Basha, and I'm one of the printmakers in residence at Southall Park here in the print room. And my art practice is mainly printmaking, but also painting. I do a lot of works of colors, gradients, but also lino cuts and drawings. I do all sorts of techniques. I did my master's degree in Krakow in Poland. That's where I studied graphic arts, and that's where I specialized in all sorts of printmaking techniques, but I also did a lot of drawing and painting and graphic design and photography. I could have specialized in all kinds of different techniques, but I chose printmaking because it's just the most versatile and just felt right for me. So my art is actually quite minimalistic, but at the same time it's very colorful. I'm very much interested in mixing colors. It's kind of like a journey, an exploration of how far I can get mixing colors and what combinations I can achieve. People usually assume that I use spray paints or my works are created digitally, just because my aim is to create smooth gradients. But essentially what I do is I use a printmaking roller and I roll out one or two colors and they mix into some kind of configuration. If I like it, I will print and then I will add another color or more colors and I will blend it in with the roller. Then I will print, I'll get another completely different image. And I'll keep going and the old colors kind of fade the longer I use them, so they become more pale. The more vibrant colors I add, the more interesting the image becomes. And that's that's a very meditative method. And it brings me a lot of joy to work that way. So the Escooter safety workshop was funded by Abri Home, and it is in collaboration with the fire rescue department and the police. We decided to make it into a printmaking workshop with two schools, with Garth Hill and King's Academy East Hampstead. In total, we worked with two groups from year 8 from one of the schools and a smaller group from year 9 from the other school. So my immediate idea, once I heard the brief, was to create a big collaborative lino piece. I just love creating big pieces. Essentially, we knew exactly how many students were going to take part in this whole project. So we assigned everyone their own block, and the through line of the whole piece was a big e-scooter, essentially, that I sketched out. And the students were able to just essentially work around the whole, the silhouette or like the shape of the e-scooter. And I think they did fantastically. I'm so pleased with the results. What I love about this project is that when you look at the piece, you can see that certain elements look like they have been created by one person. You can't really see the lines of where the lino pieces end and begin. But when you look at the blocks themselves, you can in fact see this image consists of blocks, but they're just together. And this was all done by the students. So they had to work together to create this, which was absolutely fantastic because I love that aspect of this whole project, the collaborative nature of it. So lino cut is actually in my opinion, quite a meditative technique when it comes to printmaking, because essentially you have your lino cutting tools and you just cut into the lino. That's when you can focus on the different ideas and processing, and you can kind of like see all of the ideas and the interpretations of e-scooter safety in the students' area, where they live, where they go to school, in the piece itself. Like you have little symbols, like for example, hazard signs and flames, and you can kind of like see all of these like interpretations of what the students kind of like heard from the fire rescue department and from the police, who before each session they had a speech or like a little presentation about e-scooter safety, and it's all kind of visible in the piece. And I'm really glad that printmaking and lino cut was actually chosen to be the medium to kind of a vehicle of social change. I think that's really cool.